It was more than just another Hollywood obituary when the world found out that June Lockhart had died at the age of 100. It was like the silent conclusion of a classic novel. Lockhart's face, voice, and attitude served as the cornerstone of American television for over 8 decades. She was more than just an actress to millions of people. She was the serene, comforting figure who gave families hope that dignity, love, and strength were still important. A legacy into the spotlight. June Lockhart was born into the spotlight, so she didn't need to pursue it. She was raised by 2 performers, Jean and Kathleen Lockhart, and her first memories were of dressing rooms, stage lights, and scripts. Her family's language was acting, so it wasn't an option. However, June created her own legacy that would eventually surpass even her parents' popularity, in contrast to many offspring of artists who fade behind their parents' names. She was intelligent and inquisitive as a young child. Even as a little child, her serene assurance was recalled by those who worked with her. She never appeared intimidated by a crowd or dazzled by celebrity. Rather, she appeared to be enthralled with people, what made them laugh, what made them cry, and how stories could unite them all. Her art would later be defined by this fascination. Getting around in film. June began her career in the film industry before she became a television mainstay. Lockhart stood out among the glitzy stars of the 1940s silver screen. She had a natural warmth that audiences trusted, rather than the detached elegance of the era's leading ladies. Directors soon came to rely on her gentle honesty, even in supporting roles. Hollywood, however, wasn't simple. June once acknowledged that she was never the studio's obvious choice for major parts. She wasn't the dramatic kind that portrayed tragic heroines or femme fatales. Rather, she was chosen to play the kind woman who served as the moral core of the narrative. Instead of constraining her, her dependability turned into a strength. In a time of ephemeral fame, it made her unforgettable. The innovation in television. June Lockhart discovered her true calling when television started to take over American living rooms in the 1950s. She welcomed the new medium rather than being terrified of it. She played Ruth Martin, the devoted mother in Lassie, in 1958, a part that would forever alter her life. Ruth was more than simply Timmy's mother to millions of viewers. She was America's mother. Every week, families tuned in to experience June's constant warmth in addition to witnessing the valiant collie save the day. Her persona embodied the resilience of women in post-war America. She was forceful but kind, sympathetic but strong. Ruth Martin served as a reminder of the importance of home, family, and understanding during a period when the world was reconstructing itself. June Lockhart lived the role rather than only acting it. She was well known off-screen for being courteous to everyone on set and nurturing to young actors. Crew members talked about how she treated all of them equally, whether they were assistants or producers. Her settings were renowned for their harmony, and she felt that respect was contagious. From the farmhouse to the stars. Lockhart may have been able to maintain her reputation as the ideal TV mother after Lassie. However, her aspirations were more ambitious. She wanted to discover, develop, and astonish others. When she agreed to play Maureen Robinson in Lost in Space in 1965, she was given that chance. It was a risky action. The program was among the first to combine science fiction and family drama. For June, it was more than simply a job. It was an opportunity to demonstrate that a mother could be resilient, wise, and daring. She was navigating galaxies in Lost in Space, not just raising her kids. She transformed what could have been a campy sci-fi notion into something emotionally real by bringing respect and depth to the role. Her composed leadership on board the Jupiter Kai gave viewers hope that love and family would still be important even in the most remote regions of the cosmos. June frequently expressed her admiration for Maureen Robinson's bravery and intelligence. She thought that rather than merely being caregivers, women on television ought to be shown as leaders and intellectuals. June was already quietly and authoritatively embracing strong female representation long before contemporary programs campaigned for it. A persistent curiosity. June Lockhart's intelligence, not only her acting prowess, was what made her popular for so long. She never stopped asking questions or learning new things. She became well known for her ardent advocacy of science and space exploration long after she rose to stardom. Lost in Space as more than just a science fiction show. She saw it as a hopeful reflection of humanity's untapped potential. In an interview, she famously said, "If you look at the stars long enough, you realize we're meant to keep reaching." Her view of the future was always optimistic. grounded in the belief that humanity's best days were yet to come. A life full of wonder. Throughout her life, June maintained a sense of wonder that never faded. She remained deeply involved in her community, loved attending concerts, and stayed informed about global events well into her later years. She wasn't just a celebrity detached from the world. She remained an active, engaged citizen who embraced the world around her. The woman behind the roles. Off-screen, June Lockhart led a full private life. She had 2 marriages and 2 daughters, both of whom followed in her footsteps into acting. Her friends described her as independent, deeply devoted to her family, and someone who valued honesty over flattery. She had no interest in tabloid gossip or Hollywood drama, which was rare in an industry filled with scandals. Instead, she embodied the same stability and strength viewers admired in her on-screen characters. Her life was a testament to perseverance, gratitude, and the willingness to take on any task, big or small. June's humor was evident in her interviews as well. When asked about being remembered as a TV mom, she smiled and said, "I suppose there are worse things than being known for kindness." Her light-hearted approach to life was part of her charm. Grace in her final years. Reaching the age of 100 is a remarkable achievement, but June did so with both grace and sharpness of mind. In her centennial year, she was proud of her career and continued to reflect on her legacy in acting and storytelling. She loved discussing how much the industry had changed and held a special admiration for younger actors and performers. She often expressed her gratitude to streaming platforms for allowing new generations to discover her shows, even though they weren't alive when Lassie or Lost in Space first aired. "I've done my job if children are still smiling because of something I did," she once said, reflecting her enduring passion for her work. June passed away peacefully in her California home in October 2025, in a fittingly calm departure for a woman whose career was dedicated to providing comfort and serenity to others. The enduring influence of June Lockhart. June Lockhart's impact was more than just her roles. It was the values she represented. She bridged generations from classic black and white films to the new wave of streaming television, all while staying true to her essence. She was known for demonstrating decency, kindness, and the quiet strength of compassion, qualities that are often overshadowed by the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Her contributions to the industry and to viewers were timeless, challenging outdated gender stereotypes and presenting a confident, intelligent woman in roles where such portrayals were rare. June inspired countless scientists, astronauts, and public figures, many of whom cite Lost in Space as sparking their early love for adventure. She portrayed a knowledgeable, capable mother in space, offering young girls a role model of brilliance and leadership without the need for aloofness. The last curtain. When someone like June Lockhart passes, it feels as though a piece of history has gone with her. Her performances were woven into the fabric of family life, TV nights, and generations of memories. Fans remember her steady voice, calm presence, and genuine authenticity. Her art has left a lasting imprint. Her work will continue to be appreciated by new generations, as children learn lessons in loyalty and compassion from Lassie, and feel the sense of adventure and family unity sparked by Lost in Space. June's influence will live on as a reminder that the most profound lessons often come from the simplest of stories. A life well lived. June Lockhart was the rare actor who managed to be both legendary and humble, influencing generations without losing her modesty. She lived through significant changes in the entertainment industry, from the golden age of radio dramas to today's streaming platforms, but always maintained her dignity. She leaves behind a powerful lesson that extends beyond acting. Goodness endures. Integrity never goes out of style, even in a field that thrives on reinvention. Though June Lockhart is no longer with us, her impact continues. Those who grew up watching her, as well as those who will discover her for the first time, will never forget her. While some stars quickly fade, others, like June, continue to shine brightly for generations. Her grace, wisdom, and kindness will remain an enduring light long after the curtain falls.